and welcome back to Talk Wordy, my hub for all the words that I read, write, and otherwise want to yap about. Today, I am on the edge of laughter, and it's been 5 seconds because I have my first ever podcast guest on the pod with me right now. Everybody, it is the wonderful, the lovely, the magnificent, sweet Miss Kayla O'Shield.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Give us a little introduction about yourself because I could laud you with praises, but tell the viewers a little bit about you. We'll get into how we met in a little bit, but just about you as a reader, you as a person, what you're up to these days.
Let's see. I'm 24. I currently go to school at Oklahoma State University, and I double major in psychology and criminology, not criminal justice.
Dong, dong.
There's a difference. And I live in a little house with my dog. Just got a dog. Love her.
Tell them what her name is.
Her name is Nyx. And if you're a reader, you should know.
She's a cutie pie. She's an angel.
Yes. I don't know what I want to do with my degrees, so...
That's a problem for future Kayla.
Right, we'll see. I am a big book reader since I was like 11 when I really, maybe before that, no, like 10 or 11 when I really got into reading, and I started with like Divergent, it was really big, and Hunger Games. I was introduced to it in school, in Utah, weirdly enough. They were all reading it, and I was like, what the heck are you reading? So I started reading it. Fell in love with reading. Then I found my fantasy genre and through the Mortal Instruments, which is like an all-time favorite. I'm behind in the books because she just keeps coming out with them. So that
woman is a machine.
Dude, I've got to catch up because her writing is fantastic and I love the characters. So
this lovely lady came into my life freshman year, way later than she should have, because how I went so many years without her in my life, I will never understand. But it's funny because I would say that you were one of the first bookish friends that I ever had.
Yeah.
And I don't know, as a younger reader, finding that person that like knows your soul on a level of what you're reading is genuinely an indescribable feeling.
Yeah.
It's something I didn't realize was so significant until those people came along.
Yeah. It's a different way of connecting, I think. Because, like, what we read is so important to us. Like, I read on my Kindle a lot now, but, like, I used to carry giant books around with me.
Oh, yeah.
And read them at the table. And my family was like, what the heck are you doing? They had no idea what it's like to, like, be so...
engrossed.
in a book and just the characters and, like, why I would bawl my eyes out reading them. And I was like, because they're my family and they're dying, you know? So finding the friend that understands the connection you make with characters and books and, like, understands what it's like is very different. Like, it's a different way of connecting, I think, than with other people who just don't understand that part of your life.
I agree, which I think is so interesting because when we met, we did not know that the other person liked to read. We did not meet because of books.
No.
And
we met because we were slackers.
Shout out to Mrs. Gravitt. Yeah, we met because...
Pre-AP biology.
We had one class together. Every student had 8 periods of classes.
An A-B schedule.
And we only had one class that matched. You were new. You had just moved from Utah.
Yep.
I had been going to this school for, it was either 11 or 12 years at that point. This was at a private school. And so I had known nothing else. I was a lifer at this place, and I had known nothing else. This place was brand new to her.
Yeah. And very scary and intimidating.
Oh, yeah, terrifying.
Everyone knew each other, had grown up together, and I was coming in 9th grade, awkward as heck, like... like, just moved from Utah where I made absolutely no friends in the 4 years I lived there, my whole middle school career. And here I'm coming into the school in stupid plaid skirts and polo shirts. I begged my parents not to put me in that school. Begged them, and they were like, no, it'll be good for you. And it was. In the long run, it was great for me.
Yeah, definitely. I just thought it was so funny because we did not meet because of books. In fact, like in class, we sat on polar opposite sides of the room. They sat us alphabetically by last name.
Yeah.
I remember at the time it was like there was one person, then it was me, then it was my boyfriend at the time, and then who knows who else, because I was like, oh my gosh, I get to sit next to my boyfriend. And then here's sweet Michaela, one row back, dead opposite side. I'm pretty sure you sat in the corner.
Yeah, probably.
And one day in particular, the class period before we take a test in that biology class, we always grade our test review. It's like a two-sided.
She gave us a test review before, to help us study for what was going to be on the test, and you filled it out as like homework, and then you would come to class and we would go through it together to make sure it wasn't really like graded,
but it was just to make sure that you did it.
Yeah, but if you didn't do it, she sent you out into the hallway because you didn't get the answers for free. You had to do the work.
Exactly. And the review was pretty much the test questions.
Right.
So one particular day, neither of us did it. And I'm not going to lie. There have been some days I had like a long sleeve jacket on. And so I would like hide a pencil in my sleeve and like write the answers in. Mm-hmm. But that particular day, she was like trade papers with somebody else. And so I was like, all right, I'm out. And so me and Michaela went out in the hall
and sat there.
We sat there, and I remember, I think I was just trying to make conversation because I didn't really know you.
Right.
Because you were new. I was like, okay,
who is this chick?
Who is she?
New face.
Who is she? Actually, my internal thought, and this happens a lot with me with new kids, or it used to, was, oh, this person doesn't know my history. I can be myself with them, which is kind of a really sad thought to think. But like she was saying, you grow up. I had seen the same people for 11 years, 5 days a week at school, and then on Sundays at the church that was attached to the school. So I couldn't get out of the mold people had built for me if I tried. And I was like, you know what? This is my shot. And I think I had asked you about softball.
Yeah. I think you asked if I played any sports.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, I play softball. And you were like, me too.
I was like, you should try out for the team, or you should play in the spring. And then usually grading the test reviews take, 5 or 10 minutes.
And it's at the beginning of class.
It's at the beginning of class, and class periods were 90 minutes each. Miss Gravitt, bless her heart,
forgot
we were in the hall. So we sat out in the hall
for 90
minutes just talking to each other. And mind you, we also had to turn in our phones at the beginning of class and put them in like a pocket. That was part of our attendance.
Right.
So like, it's not like we could, get on.
Text.
Yeah, we didn't have our computers.
TikTok
we didn't do
around.
anything. TikTok wasn't around. We had nothing to do. So we just talked for like 90 minutes. That's when we started figuring out, okay, we like softball. Like
books came up, I think.
I don't remember what books we were talking about, but that was the first time I was like, do you want to have lunch tomorrow? Because it was the last class period of the day.
And at that point, it was a few weeks in.
Yes.
And I sat alone in the lunchroom because I knew nobody. And I'm very shy and don't talk to people. So I sat in the corner of every classroom and was like, this is so scary. Like, I hate everything about this. And so, like, finally having someone, because I'm really bad at breaking the ice first. Mm-hmm. So having you break the ice first really, like, helped. And then, it kind of just took off from there.
And I remember, so that was first semester of freshman year. So it was the fall. And I remember, like, in October, I had a friend recommend that I write something for a scholastic writing contest.
Yes.
And so Kayla was the one and only friend that watched me write my first book. Mm-hmm. And read it. She would graciously read chapters, like the most botched, terrible chapters.
And they were fantastic, okay? Let's not get it twisted. At 15.
Yeah, 15.
We she's sitting here at lunch eating canes and writing a story that I couldn't have thought up if I tried, and was like, here, read this. How does this sound? And I'd be like, holy crap, this should be in a book I'm reading from Barnes & Noble. And then she'd be like, and you wrote, it was a small one for the...
Yeah, the writing contest, it was 50 pages. Right. So it was right at about 17,000 words. You read the entire thing. Then when I was reworking it, it turned into 180 something pages.
And I read all of those.
Yep, you read all of those. I sent you the Word doc and everything.
I read all of that. And even if I wasn't reading it, in between periods or at lunch or whatever, she would have these ideas and be like, what if this character did this? Or how do you think it would go if I, killed this one? And I was like, no, why would you do this to me? And honestly, even though it's not a published book yet, one day it will happen. It deserves it.
It deserves her flowers.
It's so good. The world building is insane. The characters and the backgrounds and how they all, it's crazy, honestly. You're so good at writing. Dude, essays bring me to my knees, so.
Essays bring me to my knees.
I can't.
Because it's not the fun writing. The fun writing is what, is in my bag.
Yeah.
But.
So good. And I still stand by that. Even then, for a 15-year-old, it was fantastic.
Yes, for a 15-year-old, and this isn't to toot my horn, but again, I think of some writing I've seen when I was 13 or 14. 15 was a real big jump. I think it was, I'm in high school. I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
I'm going to write a big fat book.
And what's so funny about that is the characters were our age.
They are, and it's funny because as I was as I was growing up and writing the book, when I would do revisions,
they got older. We
literally jumped from 15 to 16 to 18.
And now
I think at one point I tried to make them 20. I
think 18 is where it's
stuck, 18 is where it's going to stop.
Coming of age type.
Yes, coming of age, upper YA.
Growing into adulthood.
Yeah. I like the upper YA.
Because there's some adult problems in there.
Oh, absolutely.
So you can't have 16-year-olds having those issues.
No, 16, I was like, whoa.
You'll
child
see that.
bride.
One day, one day, the people will read this book.
They will.
One day. It deserves it.
I'm willing it to happen.
I don't fully believe in manifesting, but I'm manifesting this. Okay?
Agreed.
Yes. It's happening. I have always believed that. I've always been the person that was it's a matter of when you get an agent, not if. I always believed it would happen. I was like, she's too good not to. Too good. Too talented. Her brain works in insane ways. There's no way that someone is not going to pick her up. And was I right? Yes. I was right. I called it.
I will say, not to get too soapboxy, but I think a lot of it was due in part to the fact that I just didn't quit.
Yes.
And I think that's something that a lot of entrepreneurial mindset people, or just, in this case, authors, I think a lot of authors, if they don't see things happening in the first year or two, they just quit because they're it's never going to happen.
Well, it's hard to get all those no's.
It's devastating. But I mean, that first 50-page book I turned in, I didn't even place in that competition. Nowhere.
Which is
I was
crazy.
not even on their radar. I would be shocked if they even read it. Let's be real. But I don't know. I remember printing off a physical copy of that first ever 50-page manuscript for myself at my grandma's house and putting it in this manila folder, and my whole family clapping for me. And I was like, you know what? This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I do not care how long it takes to make it happen. I'm never giving up on this.
And I've always believed it will. I'm the friend that's okay, when this happens, not if, when this happens and you go on book tour, can I be your assistant? I want to go.
I think, okay, so I don't know if you know who this is, but I recently went to a book tour stop for Hannah Bonham Young. Mm-hmm. She's the author of People Watching, Out on a Limb, her books are amazing. She has a friend who is also her PA who moved from, don't quote me on this, I think it was Australia, to be her PA and work with her, and they're like best friends, and she goes to every single book tour stop.
I want to be that person.
That is you. I've literally had
I didn't go to school for that, but I would literally drop my career to be like,
absolutely.
I'm going on a book tour.
I've had you locked into that slot, that imaginary slot, since 2016.
Dude, I claim the number one fan, okay?
Oh, absolutely.
Other than the husband, obviously, but
We'll give him that.
We'll give him that, but I claim the number one spot of fan and, like, super fan. I'm like, yes, I will be that friend in the back of every, like, book signing, screaming and hollering and be like, yes.
Speaking of high school again,
and
and all the things that you would read at lunch by, besides my chapters. And you had mentioned this a little bit earlier, too. You were talking about how, like, the Mortal Instruments was your thing. I remember, I think we were still freshmen, maybe early sophomores at oldest. You and I had this discussion about what our favorite series were and how we each had to read them.
Yeah. We would switch favorites and read each other's favorites.
I would like to report that
I have read them.
I am terrible because I have read a meager 3 of her favorites. I have read City of Bones, City of Ashes, is that the second one? And City of Glass is number 3.
I want to reread them so bad. It's been years. And I remember funny little things about them. And, like, I remember major plots, but I know I read those so fast. I know there's things I don't remember.
I just know you binged them.
I had to go to Barnes & Noble every day to go get a new book because I read them so fast and, like, would stay up through the night. My mom was mad. She was like, you have to slow down. I was like,
it could be worse. She could have been doing drugs. You could have been sneaking out, but no, heaven forbid you stay up late and read a book.
I know, right? And I can report that I read all the favorites.
You did. And that's what I want to get into. Oh my gosh. So I remember, I knew that I had recommended you the Sarah J. Maas books.
Yes.
I forgot that I also recommended you the Selection series.
Yes.
And you honored...
I read the Selection first.
You honored the OG trilogy of those books.
Yeah. I bought all of them. All 5.
All 5.
I bought all 5. I read the first 3, loved them. Was like, yes, I understand why this is a favorite. Started reading
Number 4,
The Heir. I think I got 3 chapters in, and I put the book down and said, I don't want this. I will not read this. I hate her. I like the first 3. The last 2 can absolutely rot on my bookshelf. And I have held true to that. I have refused to pick it up and read it.
Absolutely you have.
What was her name?
Edelyn.
Ugh.
Listen, there's
annoying.
There are 2 types of people in this world. There is you, and then there is me, who quite literally dressed up as Kiera Cass on career day for homecoming week. I read The Heir and the Crown the days that it came out. The Crown wasn't even her best book. And when I tell you, I came downstairs after finishing that book, guttural, sobbing. My mom looked at me like I had just broken out of the loony bin. She was like, what is your problem? I was like, Mom, it's over. This book.
No, I couldn't finish. I was like, she's so annoying. No one is more powerful than you. What? No. That was so cringy and so annoying. Immediately no. I was like, I have no interest in that. So I put that away, started reading Sarah J. Maas, and I caught up very fast.
Did you read ACOTAR first, or did you read Throne of Glass first?
I read ACOTAR first.
I did too. And let me tell you, you guys.
Honestly, it's the way to go.
It is the way
because
to
if
go.
you start with Throne of Glass, I think ACOTAR would be harder to get through.
Yes,
because
I
Throne
agree.
of Glass is better.
Throne of Glass
is better. It's longer. It's more drawn out. It has more detail. It has more detail. It's like, I love both. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, absolutely. Like, they're incredible.
Listen, I love both.
Yeah.
I have the Bat Boy wings on my knee. Love them, okay? Throne of Glass is better.
So I had read ACOTAR, ACOMAF. ACOWAR had not come out.
Yeah, I read the first 2, and then was
we
waiting
waited.
on the third.
Yes. And then we also read all of Throne of Glass and finished Queen of Shadows.
Yes.
And then we were waiting for Empire of Storms.
Yes.
So if I remember correctly, Empire of Storms came out first. Then it was Akawar.
I'm horrible with timelines. I
think it was
more.
because I'm pretty sure that the Throne of Glass books came out in the fall semesters. Akawar was in the spring. Akawar was like April or May.
Okay.
I remember it was like April or May of sophomore year. I had just gotten my braces off when Empire of Storms came out.
You're so much better with the memory stuff.
It's
I'm
so
horrible
clear.
at it.
Don't ask me why. My brain is just really bizarre that way. But junior year, we were so excited for the last book, and then she gave us Tower of Dawn.
Tower of Dawn.
And
Listen. It was good.
It was good.
Tower of Dawn is good.
I'm tired of the slander.
It was good. And, it really did.
It gave us the insight that we needed.
To like him again. Because up until that point, I wanted to punch that man in the face.
Yeah.
He could have rotted in a hole, and I would have been like, that's fine, forget him. No, it was good to get his point of view, honestly. And at the time, when it first came out, and it was like, yeah, it's Kayla, I was like, no.
Mad respect that you said his name correctly, too. Everybody's like, Kale. And I understand, it's easy.
No, it's Kayla.
But it's Kale. She has said in interviews it is chaos with an L. It is Kale.
It's Kale. That man bugged the heck out of me until Tower of Dawn, and I was like, okay, he had a redemption. We're good.
Yeah.
I could give that man a hug, and I wouldn't want to choke him. It's okay.
Now, I remember you telling me that you recently, did you finish that reread that you were doing? Okay. Because like we were just saying, we read the books as they came out. So you and I never experienced the tandem read.
No.
Are you going to try and face the tandem read? I'm tempted.
So I'm halfway through Empire of Storms.
But you didn't do the tandem read, or you were in the middle? Okay.
But
do you think you might restart?
I'm tempted to read because it's been a while since I don't know what's like. I've been reading Kindle and not my books on my bookshelf. It's been a problem. So it's been a while since I've left the middle of the book. So honestly, I'm tempted because a lot of people do it and they say it's like the best way to get it.
Yeah.
Like to do it. So I honestly think I might try and do the tandem read. I think it would be interesting. I think it would be like a cool experience since I didn't get to experience it when it happened.
Yeah. I want to read the tandem read, if only because I want to read the part, spoilers, I want to read the part where Gail's like, I don't know. She went to Skulls Bay. She wouldn't go there. Flip the page, go to Empire of Storms. They're in Skulls Bay. I just think it would be so funny.
Yeah.
I
think the tandem read would definitely be a fun way to go into it.
Yeah.
Because reading Tower of Dawn by itself when it first came out was a little hard. I think it was the slowest Sarah J. Maas book I've read.
Well, also on top of that ending that we had just left off of, we were gutted.
Right.
And then we got nothing. Go to chaos?
And then we got nothing. Yeah. But it was good. And then I said it was the slowest I read a Sarah J. Maas book. That isn't true.
That isn't true because I forced you to read Kingdom of Ash slower than a tortoise.
So slow.
Let's get into it real quick. So
senior year
of high school, because every fall year of high school. So Queen of Shadows came out when we were freshmen.
Finally had a Bible class
together. Sophomore year was Empire of Storms.
Yes.
Junior year was Tower of Dawn.
Yes.
Senior year was Kingdom of Ash.
Big behemoth of a
book.
Oh my gosh,
what a freaking
when it came
golden
out,
brick.
We went and bought it together.
Yeah, we did. I skipped class to pick up our Akawar copies.
Yes. I didn't have a license, so I did not.
No, so I drove to Stonebriar Mall during fifth period. I skipped class and I picked up our books.
Up and was like, it's here.
Now
we get it.
We get it, and we decided because it's the
last
final book, we're going to try and read it together and end the series at the same time.
Yeah. To describe us as readers, I read books like I watch a movie. Very fast. I
binge stuff.
I binge speed read things. isn't always a good quality. I do miss some things. Speed reading. So forcing me to slow down may not have been the worst thing.
Yeah.
This one does not read like me and reads slower and like
I read slower because I want to
savors.
digest. Yes,
She savors
I
a
want to
book,
digest it.
where I
don't want to miss something because heaven forbid.
Because she's so good at the clues and the
Yes,
foreshadowing.
heaven forbid I miss an Easter egg.
I know.
I have friends now that have better reading comprehension than me, and it actually makes me so mad because sometimes they'll text me and be like, "Oh, I was just thinking about this moment in this book randomly, and it was so great." And I'm like,
couldn't be me.
I won't remember that happened.
Yeah.
And it was a recent book I was reading. I was like, what do you mean that happened? And they were like, what speed was your audiobook on? And I was like, ooh,
I don't
you got me
audiobook.
there. See,
I don't audiobook
I'm a
it.
slow reader with my eyeballs. With my ears, I can read pretty fast. But all that to say, what we would do is we would give each other like chapters, chunks.
Yeah.
We would say, okay.
Chapter 1 to chapter 5.
Yes.
And then once we're both done with chapter 5,
we move on.
Move on to 6 to 10. We would calculate how many pages.
Yes.
We were like, if they were short chapters, we would do a few more.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole thing.
And we would try not to like read the last sentence of the chapter that like we like established the sections for. Listen, I was having a jolly good time.
I was not having a jolly good time.
You would text me daily and be like, "Are you done? Are you done? Can
Have
we
you finished this yet?"
I remember one time you were like negotiating, like, "Can I please just have 2 extra chapters, please?"
I was
because
like,
no.
Because every time we would do it, we left the chapter on a cliffhanger, and I'm sitting here like foaming at the mouth, okay, waiting for Sydney to be like, "Yeah, I'm done," and we can move on. And literally wouldn't come. I'm like, "Sydney, what are you doing?" And she was like,
I have homework.
I'm with Houston doing this. I'm doing this. My family," and I was like, who cares? I was like, how are you doing anything other than reading this book right now?
She would have finished Kingdom of Ash in 3 days tops. If I had let her run free. But I just, again, those lunch table conversations, I didn't want any spoilers. I didn't want her to like look at me like I know something you don't.
I know.
I couldn't handle it. So
honestly, it was a great experience.
It was. Are we going to ever buddy read again?
No.
Probably not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It was fun. I will say I really do want to get through the Mortal Instruments books.
I want you to too.
I want to go back.
But we are going to not buddy read them.
Reread them and just kind of...
I will reread them while you're reading them for the first time. Because I want to reread them. And I just bought all of the hard copy versions, original covers.
Shout out to Recycled Books.
Yes. I had all the original covers, paperback. They are now hers.
Yes.
I gave them to Sydney to borrow.
I still have them.
They're
safe.
I know. Years ago, when we first were like, yeah, read these books. And she was like, that's so many books, to buy. And I was like, you could borrow mine.
Well, that's also because me and another friend bought you like the matching spine box set of
and
those.
I have that. And I love them. I do.
Have you taken them out of the plastic wrap?
I have taken the plastic wrap off.
Wow.
I have taken the plastic wrap off.
They didn't. They were in that plastic wrap for years, you guys.
Years. I finally took them out. Like, not out of the box, but the plastic wrap off the box. But they have stayed in the box.
Oh, yeah. They're pristine.
And I would love for my niece to read them. I think she would enjoy them. She is not allowed to read those.
No, hands off.
Because she has siblings that will tear the pages out.
Here's what we'll do.
And I would lose my crap.
I will read the books, and then once I finish them, I will send them back to you. She can read those beat up copies.
They are beat up.
That was a long time ago, though.
They were.
Was that high school? Did you give me those in high school too?
Yes.
So much of our friendship is rooted in high school, which honestly I love so much. And speaking of things that happened in high school, because we're just never short of funny memories, lore. One of the things that we used to do together was, fun fact, if you're watching this podcast on YouTube, you are a part of this shared history. I was obsessed with watching booktube to the point where I wanted to be a booktuber. and I don't know if I quite got the execution of it, but there were a
Some of
couple
them were pretty
times.
good.
Some of them were pretty good. I'd come up with my own original tags. We would play games.
She had a song that everyone associated with her.
Oh my gosh, yes. And then it became like viral on Anyone But You as his Serenity song.
I know.
I'm so devastated. Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield was my like opener sequence like title
I can
theme.
just hear it.
Doom.
Or the pineapple.
Doom doom doom. Ding 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 ding. I can see the horrible
And the
like
pineapple.
iDesk transition that I made. Why a pineapple? Oh, because Pineapple Gate. I was like, why was it a pineapple? It was Pineapple Gate. Anyways, we used to do
Stupid
YouTube videos together. We did one for a senior year ethics project.
That one is funny.
That one is so funny,
That
but
one
if
is
you
so
don't
stupid and
understand the lore, it probably looks
Isn't funny.
so bad. Oh, it's not funny.
It's not funny if you didn't go to the school. If you
Correct.
went to the school, even after we left, I think if you were ever a student in the high school there, it would be funny to you.
Yes.
Because
I'm
it's
pretty
so relatable.
sure that because it's on public domain, he could have pulled that video up at any time to show as an example.
For sure.
But in the spirit of our YouTube history, I wanted to tie this episode together, and I wanted to play a booktube game. One of my favorite booktubers on planet Earth, Christine Riccio, did this a long time ago, and it's called the First Sentence Challenge. So what we have done is we have each picked 3 books that we are pretty positive the other person has read in their lifetime. And what we're going to do is...
I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at this.
What we're going to do is one person is going to be blindfolded and the other person is going to read the first sentence of a book that they have picked out. So we've each picked out 3. The rules are, though, if it mentions like a main character's name, we're going to say blank. Now, if it's a side character or whatever, that's fine. But one person's going to be blindfolded and they're going to guess. The other person's going to read it off. If you can guess it in the first sentence, it's 3 points.
Okay.
If you need the second sentence and you guess it, it's 2 points. And then if you guess it in the third sentence, it's 1. And then otherwise, it's forfeit. So, would you like to guess first or would you like to read first?
I'll read first.
You'll read first? Okay.
If you need a hint, can we tell if it's like hardback, soft? Or
Ooh, that can be
Would
like
you
our
know?
last hint.
Would you know?
Probably not.
Is that the first page? No. Okay.
All right, hit me.
Shoot, niblets.
Show the camera the book cover.
Okay. All of this is totally going to give it away, and I haven't even read this, and I just know it does.
Does it mention a character?
Sort of. Okay, I'm just going to say blank in the sentence.
Okay.
The blank arrived late on a cold November afternoon.
The Selection.
No.
Sorry, I was thinking about The Post. The blank arrived on a cold November afternoon?
Yeah.
It's not The Post?
No.
It's not The Hunger Games, because The Reaping's in July. Do we also want to do something where we, like, give one hint with each sentence?
I don't know what a hint would be.
Like, you can hint at genre. That one of the hints can be we actually touch the book. You're convinced that non-character word would give it away?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh.
For sure. I think it's fantasy.
You think it's
I'm pretty sure it's fantasy.
On a cold November. Okay, go to the next sentence.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this is a character, so I can't say that.
Well, if it's a main character.
I don't know. I've never read it.
You haven't read it? Okay.
No, that's a hint.
Okay.
I haven't read it.
But go ahead and give me the second sentence.
Blank was at the dining room table slaving over a particularly difficult algebra problem, shuffling variables unable to solve for X or Y, when this new and far more pernicious variable entered her life's equation.
What the hell?
Do you want the chapter name?
The chapter has a name?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
No dimming of the sun.
What in tarnation?
No, this is so funny.
What? You think it's fantasy. You've never read it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not matched, is it?
No. This is hilarious because she claims this is one of her favorite books of all time.
Is it? It's not Scythe, is it?
Yeah.
It is?
Yes.
Who? Okay, wait. What arrived on the cold November?
The scythe arrived late on a
Oh,
cold...
the Scythe. Oh, yeah, you can't say that. That's the freaking title.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
And then Citra was...
Citra, yeah, that's
at
the
the
main
dining room
character.
table.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, 2 points. Yay!
I was like, we literally talked about this today. This book.
I was thinking of like an inanimate object arrived, like a letter or an email. Algebra. Okay, next up.
Okay, this is the next one.
Oh, that sounded like a hardback.
Okay. The cold snap of the previous week was over. The sun was shining brightly as Blank hurried across Blank's dusty front yard, the hood of her jacket up to keep her hair from blowing across her face.
That was one sentence?
Yeah. There was...
That's a lot going on.
I know. So, the second Blank is a side character, but he's an important side character. That's why I didn't say his name.
Can you read the sentence again?
Yeah.
I feel like this is the spelling bee.
Do you want me to say the side character's name?
If you think it's a spoiler, then no.
I think it is, but I don't know if you would think it is.
Oh gosh. Try me. Let's find out.
Let's see. The cold snap of the previous week was over. The sun was shining brightly as Blank hurried across Luke's dusty front yard, the hood of her jacket up to keep her hair from blowing across her face.
Luke. It's
Okay.
a side character. Is it something in the Mortal Instruments?
Maybe.
Oh, hell. Is it City of Bones?
No.
City of Ashes?
No.
City of Glass?
Yes.
Yes?
You're like, I'm just going to go through them.
I was like, I've only read 3 of them.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, the next one.
Last
Are we
one.
ready? I'm going to say not a sentence, but a first hint.
Okay.
Is that you have a signed copy.
Ooh.
This is it.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if it's signed personally or you bought it signed,
We're going to find out, aren't we?
but... okay. Cold fog had settled over the depot like a burial shroud, and Blank thought the weather couldn't have been better.
Ooh. You don't know if it's signed personally. Is it something by Tahada Mafi?
No.
Okay, I was like, I couldn't remember if that's the beginning of Watch Me. It's funny how you picked something that all talked about cold weather. The
I
cold
didn't mean to
snap,
do
the
that.
cold November, and then...
I've only read one of these books, so this one I have not read either.
Can you read the first sentence again?
Cold fog had settled over the depot like a burial shroud, and Blank thought the weather couldn't have been better.
Blank, that's a full government name?
Mm-hmm.
Go to the next sentence.
I haven't read it. She could hardly see the train through the gloam, but she could taste it in the evening air, metal and smoke and burning coal, all woven together with a trace of petrichor. I don't know. What the?
Is this the Hunger Games?
No.
Man, I heard coal, and I was like, Katniss Everdeen!
This
is
is
it
the prologue.
It's a prologue.
Yeah. Should I go to the first chapter? I didn't even realize that.
Oh, I was going to say, because sometimes prologues follow characters that die immediately or show up later.
That is
Go to
true.
the first chapter. Let's see
Okay,
what
okay.
happens.
Okay, that was prologue. Okay, question then. Is a time jump a first sentence?
Sure, since you gave me the prologue.
5 months later.
5 months later?
It's not really a sentence.
5 months. What genre is this? Fantasy?
You know? Maybe romantasy? Maybe?
Okay.
I'm reading the back.
I have a signed copy? What a fraud.
I think enemies to lovers.
Ooh. Give me the second sentence. Or the first sentence.
Okay. Blank dashed through the rain with a broken high heel and a tattered trench coat.
Oh. Is this Divine Rivals?
Yes.
Yes!
What genre is that?
Yes! It's like upper YA,
Romantasy-ish? Or is it just romance?
might be fantasy. I think it's more fantasy.
It
Well,
says
it's romantasy.
The back says rich and romantic, so that's why I said romantasy.
Yeah, it's romantasy.
Okay.
Oh, yay! Oh my gosh,
I don't
I'm
know
so
how many points that was.
smart. 2 for Scythe, 3 for City of Glass, because I kept guessing. Because it was Luke. It was the name. It was the name in the first sentence.
So 3
5
and 1.
Okay, so that was 6 points.
Okay.
Woohoo! Okay, your turn. All right.
Let's do this.
This is going to be the first one. I'm going to start easy with you.
Okay.
Late in the winter of my 17th year, my mother decided I was depressed, presumably because I rarely left the house, spent quite a lot of time in bed, read the same book over and over, ate infrequently, and devoted quite a bit of my abundant free time to thinking about death.
Oh my gosh. Why does that sound so familiar?
It should sound so familiar.
Okay. Oh.
Would you like to make a guess, or would you like me to give you a hint? I don't know if it's going to be much of a hint, because that first sentence was super wordy.
It was very wordy.
Do you want me to read it again?
No. Give me a hint.
This particular copy is in hardback.
This is your library.
It's important enough to me that it's a hardback.
Is this Fault in Our Stars?
It is The Fault in Our
Oh
Stars.
my god. I was like, okay.
Yep. Congratulations.
3 points.
3 points right off the
Woohoo!
jump. Here is book number 2.
I only cried over that book.
That's 7 million times. Okay. How much longer will the verdict take, do you think? Blank asked.
Oh boy. I have absolutely no earthly idea. What genre?
It is fantasy. I will say that is chapter 1. There is a prologue. A little reverse of what we did with mine, if you would like me to read the first sentence of the prologue.
Yeah.
Okay. It does start with a character name, so I have to blank. Blank stood and stared numbly at the front door of his house. Wow, I thought it was going to be more fancy than that. I don't think the prologue is going to help.
Okay.
So just ignore that a little bit.
Okay.
So the first sentence was, how much longer will the verdict take, do you think? Blank asked. And it is fantasy.
Okay. Do the next one.
She had no idea how long they'd been waiting, but it felt like 10 hours. So the person who asked the question was a girl.
Okay, can I guess characters?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the books I saw, didn't see on your shelf.
Cheater.
And I didn't pay attention enough.
You want to know the funny part?
Hmm.
I rearranged my shelf after I pulled books because I knew you were going to do that. I will give you the character name in the third sentence.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
There were no clocks in Isabel's black and hot pink powder puff bedroom, just piles of clothes, heaps of books, stacks of weapons, a vanity overflowing with sparkly makeup, used brushes, and open drawers spilling lacy slips, sheer tights, and feather boas.
Okay, I know. Okay, so it's a Mortal Instruments book.
It is.
Frick.
We were on the same wavelength.
Okay. It's not City of Bones,
No.
because that's the first book. There would be no way. It's not City of Ashes. It was still there. It's not City of Glass. I had that.
There's 3 other books you could pick from.
But I'm under pressure, so I'm blanking. City of Heavenly Fire. Is it that one?
No.
Okay. Lost Souls.
Lost Souls.
Okay. I'm like, it has been way too long since I've actually put eyes to any of those books, so that's crazy. Okay. Was that
All right.
1 point?
That was 1 point.
Okay.
And then this is the last book. The shutters swinging in the storm winds were the only sign of her entry.
Oh. Okay. Okay, what's the genre?
Fantasy.
Is it a Sarah J. Maas book?
Perhaps.
Throne of Glass.
No.
Crap.
Second sentence. No one had noticed her scaling the garden wall of the darkened manor house, and with the thunder and the gusting wind off the nearby sea, no one heard her as she shimmied up the drain pipe, swung onto the windowsill, and slithered into the second floor hallway.
Okay, it's a Throne of Glass book.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, my word. Okay, she's not drunk. so it can't be.
Yeah.
Dude. So it's the second one. Not, crap. Hold on. I have to remember the order. I'm so bad at the order. Not Throne of Glass. She's not drunk. So it can't be Air Fire.
Correct.
Queen of Shadows?
No.
Okay. Hold on. One in between that?
No.
Is this Assassin's Blade?
Nope.
Okay.
Here comes the third sentence. The king's champion pressed herself into an alcove at the thud of the approaching steps.
Okay.
Baby girl, it's the one book you're missing.
Dude.
I hope you know I almost did pull Throne of Glass, and I thought that was too easy. So I pulled the other one.
Why is the name not popping into my head? Because now I know what it is.
Mm-hmm. Assassin's Blade was a great guess.
Okay, it's not Assassin's Blade. It's not Throne of Glass. It's not Airfire, and it's not Queen of Shadows.
Do you want me to give you a hint?
Yeah.
It's orange. The book is orange. The OG cover.
Yeah.
It's orange.
Dude, why is the name not coming to my brain? What's it in between?
Throne of Glass and Air of Fire.
Right, okay. It's the second
Oh
book.
my gosh.
Why
I am witnessing the biggest brain fart ever.
This is gonna make me cry. Okay. What's the first word? Why? My brain, I can think of every book but this one. Why is it? Why?
You really want me to tell you the first word?
Yeah.
Crown. No.
Crown of Midnight?
Yes.
God.
Oh my gosh.
None of those words were coming to my head. Actually, none of them.
Oh my gosh.
That was mean. I know. The first sentence I knew it was Throne of Glass book. I'm
Did we tie?
No, I think you got one more point than me.
Okay, well, good game.
Good game. I knew, and I know details, because I'm like, she's not drunk.
She's not drunk. She's
So
not
I-
on a roof, and she's not drunk.
So
it's
I
not
know.
Air of Fire.
It's not Air of Fire, right? She's not drunk.
I know for a fact that the first sentence of the selection is the post arrived on Monday. And so when you were reading Scythe and you said the blank arrived, I was like, the selection! I said it so confidently too.
My brain just doesn't remember details like that.
I know, because you think about big plot points, but you never
Yeah.
think again about the first sentence. You know what I love,
Which
though?
is crazy because the first sentence, like in the first book of a series, is what draws you in.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, did they start that off on a hook? Because if not, and it's boring, a lot of the times it's hard to start a book if it starts out boring.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun.
Thank you so much for coming on the pod.
Of course.
This was special.
Thanks for having me.
I wouldn't want anybody else
I'm
to
glad
be
my
my
hair
first
was
ever
done.
guest. Me over here, writing you a verbal love letter, and you're just like, I'm so glad my hair was done.
I am, honestly, because before this, it looks like absolute crap.
Never. You were always beautiful.
I had 2 inches of growth out of my head. My roots were insane.
Okay, you guys, that was our episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you again to my bestie Kayla for coming on. I was so excited and nervous to have a guest set up for the first time, but this was so fun.
It's like the good old days of filming YouTube videos.
I know.
Just for the heck of it.
I miss it. I think I'm gonna go on a YouTube binge down my old cringy channel.
I know, it's great. Go relive Cabo.
Oh my gosh, that Cabo vlog was hilarious. The Ring of Gyges party. Do yourself a favor and go dig on my YouTube channel. You'll find some really cringy, hilarious. We're not concerned about our public image or our digital footprint memories between the two of us.
That.
And until we can make some more memories on the pod, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you guys in the next one.